So today we are going to discuss about Power BI. First of all, Power BI means business intelligence tool which is used to clean the dataset, as well as using that particular dataset we can actually go to get some conclusion, get some insights out of it by making the dashboards and report. As you can see over here, this is a dashboard. Okay. If you are having a huge Excel sheet in which there are many, those who have Roshni, Varnana, Ranganath, all of you. Suraj, put your mic on. Varnana, please mute your mic. Roshni, you too. When class is going on, don't put this mic in unmute mode, okay? Because it will disturb the entire class. Okay. So guys, we were talking about Power BI. Here BI means business intelligence. Okay. And Power BI desktop is the software, is the application that we can use for visualization of the entire data set. And how we can clean the data, that thing comes under Power BI tools. In Power BI tool, the first tool is Power Query, which is used to clean the data. That I will tell you how in today's session itself. Okay. Next thing is Power Pivot. Power Pivot is actually, it refers to the data modeling session, like creating relation between different tables that is there in the Power BI that we are uploading in the Power BI. Okay. Next thing is Power View. Power View means Power BI has different visualization chart. More than 250 charts are there in Power BI. Okay. And next thing is Power BI service. Actually, it is the paid tool in Power BI. Power BI desktop is free. You can use it without signing also. And in case of Power BI service, you need to sign in with an official mail ID, as well as you should pay $10 per month. So in this session, we are not covering this Power BI service in the entire basic session itself. We are dealing only with the free version, that is Power BI desktop. Okay. And one more thing. So see, if you're having an Excel sheet, okay, and if it is having lot of data, lot of rows and columns are there, it is very difficult to understand that what that data really means. If that is a data of a company, it is very difficult to understand that at which particular point of time profit was high and loss was high. Those things are very unclear when we are navigating through a large data set. But at the same time, if we are able to convert them into pictures, into charts, it is very easy for us to understand that, yes, what happened on what time, right? As you can see in this particular dashboard also, the peaks and downs will show you everything regarding the performance of a particular company, right? So a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. That logic is applied over here. Okay. And the same thing works with our human brain too. We understand picture more than words, right? So that is the logic working over here. So that's why visualization is very important in a business or a company to understand things in a clear way. Now moving on to the facts of Power BI, it was designed by Ron George in 2010 and the name was Project Crescent. And after that in 2011, it was made publicly available and the name was Denali. And in 2013, it was renamed as Power BI for Office and it was released as Excel plugin. And in 2015, we got the Power BI that we are using today. But what we are using today is quite upgraded one. Okay, so that thing also I will tell you how to do upgradation after installation of Power BI. Right. Now moving on to the importance of Power BI. See, this is what happened. Hello. Okay. So moving on to the importance of Power BI, this is the Google trend graph. You can see that after 2015, how the search regarding Power BI is gradually increasing. You can see, right? And Actually, Power BI is having more than 1,200 functions, right? And there are 280 visuals available. And also it is very less expensive compared to any other BI tool like Tableau Desktop. See, Tableau Desktop charges around $70 per month. So it is very less amount that Power BI service is charging very less amount compared to Tableau Desktop. Okay, in Tableau also a free version is available. Tableau Public is there. But when we are talking about the paid version, Power BI is least expensive compared to any other BI tools. Okay, and Power BI can accept data from 100 different data sources that I will tell you while when we will go through that Power BI desktop. Okay, there I will tell you how to.
Hello, ma'am. Your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. So my voice is clear now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, in middle, your voice is breaking.
Okay. Okay, so actually, the Power BI is recognized to be the one of the most, important tool. It is marked as the top tool in business intelligence by Gartner Company. Gartner Company actually releases the Magic Quadrant through which you can understand it more deeply. I will show you that thing. Wait a second. So this is the Magic Quadrant. You can see, like, wait a second. In 2022, it had actually Microsoft is at the top, and Power BI is a Microsoft tool, right? It is actually depicting the position of Power BI, how it is making a change. Is it clear to all of you? Like in 2015, it was somewhere here. And in 2022, it reached this position. Okay, Tableau is here. So you can see that how much it is important in a company for the visualization and all. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now moving on to the installation part. See, first of all, you have to write Power BI in Google search, then this particular link will come. You have to click over it, right? And after that, wait a second, I will. Yeah. You have to write Power BI, then you should click over here, right? And then this page will come. There you have to choose the products and you have to click on the drop down corresponding to the product. Okay, there you have to choose Power BI desktop, and in that you have if you want to change the language, you can go with see download or language options, and here you can change the language. Since English is comfortable for all of us, so we can keep it as it is and we can simply go for the download. Okay, and after that this particular page will come. There you have to choose which particular setup file you want depending upon the system that you are having. If your system is a 64-bit system, you have to choose this file. Okay. And if your system is a 32-bit system, you have to choose this file. Okay. So actually it depends upon the system specification. Okay. For 64-bit first option and for 32-bit second option. Okay, and since my system is 64-bit system, I have chosen this one. All right, and then you have to click on next. Okay, then the setup file will get downloaded as you can see over here, right? And then you have to double click over it as you do any other installation. The similar way you have to double click over it. Then you have to click on next. Okay, and after that you have to click on next. And here you have to mark that I accept the term in license agreement, and then next will get highlighted and you can click on that particular thing. And then all the files corresponding to Power BI desktop will get copied at this particular location. If you want to change the location, you can do that. And after clicking next and install, all the files will get copied to that particular location that you have chosen. right? Then you have to click on finish. I will share this particular, video that I'm recording. Okay, you can go through the entire video and you can do the installation part, right? It will be uploaded today itself. Okay, so after that, this Microsoft, Power BI will get started, and you can close the first two dialog box that is coming, that is formatting just goes easier and Power BI desktop. Those things when you will close, behind that there is Power BI desktop available. Okay. There also, if your system is already having a Power BI software within it, okay, then you have to check whether it is the upgraded one or not. If transform data is not there, that means it is an old version, right? And if in filters, here in filter pane is not there, that means it's an old version. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to go to files, and there you have to choose the options and settings, and there options will come. You have to choose this option, and after that you have to choose the preview features. Okay, then these many checkboxes will come. Whichever you want, you can choose that, okay, depending upon the problem that you're facing. And after that, you have to click on OK. So your Power BI will be upgraded. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So that's it regarding the introduction and installation part of Power BI. Okay, now we will go to Power BI session itself. We will go through a hands-on session so that you can get an idea regarding your task one, your personal task. Okay, so I'm going to close it. Right, so wait a second. This is the earlier table that I have downloaded. I will close this one. This is not required. Okay, now this is your Power BI desktop. This is the free one. I have not signed in. Directly you can use it as it is. Okay, there in get data, this is get data. Here also you can choose get data. Okay, there are multiple ways where you can upload your data set. And in get data, when you will click on the icon, it's coming. These many data sources Power BI can accept. You can see over here, whether it is an Excel file, CSV file, folder, JSON, XML, anything. It can accept hundreds of data sources. That was the thing I was telling you, that what is the importance of Power BI. In that section, there was a line that it can actually accept data from hundreds of data sources. These are those data sources which it can accept. Okay. And since I'm going to use the simplest Excel workbook, I will choose this one. Okay, then connect. And here I'm choosing a particular Excel sheet, this one. Okay, in this Excel sheet itself, I will tell you how to clean the data, small basic steps of cleaning data, as well as how to make some bar charts using categorical column itself will be told to you. Okay, so the particular thing appeared when you will click on this table, the preview will appear over here. Okay, and here load and transform, these two options are locked. If you want this option to be opened, so in that case you have to click on the checkbox. Then you can see load and transform data is there. If your data set is very clean, it need not to be transformed or cleaned, you can directly go to load data. But since it is not clean, can you identify what is the problem with this data set?
There are null values.
There are null values. So we need to remove them. So that's why I will go to transform data instead of directly uploading it. Okay. So I will go to transform. Now in this transform, you can see Power Query Editor. In the PPT, I have mentioned that Power Query is one of the tool of Power BI, right? And this tool is basically used to clean the data. So I have to make some changes over here, and when I will choose close and apply, it will be reflected in Power BI desktop. Okay. So you told me that actually column is having some null values, right? Yes, any problem?
Yes. No.
Okay. So these are some column headers like for updated list visit, column 2, column 3, column 4. Okay. When you will click on the drop down corresponding to this column header, you can see unique values. Okay. Whatever things that are appearing over here, that is listed like Andaman Nicobar, Andhra Pradesh, like that, whatever unique things are there, it will be listed in the drop down. Okay. And similarly, in case of column 2 and column 3. This column 1 actually shows you the state and union territory names. Column 2 shows you the district names. And column 3 shows you which type of state it is, whether it is a union territory or state. And regarding column 4, when you will click on the drop down, you can find only null values. So is this column 4 important for us?
No, ma'am.
No,
So
ma'am.
we can remove it, right? So what you should do is you should click on the column header, right? See, if you want to click on the column header of column 3, you should go move your cursor over there and click over it. Okay. Similarly, you go to this column 4, click over it, and when you will right click over there, please mute your audio. Okay. So you have to right click over there, then click on remove. Okay. Then that particular column will be removed, isn't it? And if somehow you think that you have done wrong and you should undo that particular thing, you have to go through this applied step. Here, Control Z will not work. Okay. So here this cross mark is there, you have to click on it. When you will click on it, again that particular column will appear because you have undone that particular step. Whatever step is applied, that will appear over here, right? Since we don't need this particular column, again we will remove it. Okay. Now what is the problem with respect to this table?
The data type is not right.
Data type is not right.
Still null value.
Data type is all good, no problem with it. You can see ABC. It is string type only.
One
No?
null, it is written null
Yeah,
in
there
column
is a
number
null
2
in
and
the
column
first column,
Not-
first row. And first row is not necessary for us, right? Some
First
unwanted
column
things
and
are there. First row is having issue. So what we should do is
hello.
go to remove rows. Okay. Yes. What do you want to say?
We'll remove the first row and then we'll make the second column as use first row as header.
Yes, correct. You're right. First, what we will do, we will remove this first row. Okay. For that, you should go to remove rows. In remove rows, many options are there. In this first option is remove top row. So this is the top row, first row, right? So I can choose this particular thing. And there I have to mention how many top rows I should remove. So I want only first row to be removed. So I will write one only. Okay. And I will click on OK. That particular row is removed. Now what is the problem with it is that this should be the column header, right? As you already told. I don't know what was the name of that student. I think it's Abhishek Rathore, right? Okay. So one of the student told me that it should be the column header. So there is an option already available in home tab, that is use first row as column header. So whatever is there in the first row, it will be shifted into column header when I will click this particular button. Okay. Since I have used it, it is actually shifted into the column header. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Now we can apply one more thing that is commonly applied for all the data set. That is, we can remove blank rows by going to remove rows. And in remove rows, there is one more option called remove errors. It's better that in all the data set, we should apply these two things. Okay. That will clean our data set only. No issues will be happening. Right. Now it is looking quite good. We can save it, save all the changes in the Power BI desktop. So I will close and apply.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
If in between there is a null value, how to remove that?
You can convert that thing into rows. I mean, rows can be converted into columns using transpose option. And that particular thing can be removed as a column itself.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay. So that's it. Actually, we got that particular table. That table is available over here with the name of sheet 1. Okay. When you will click on the drop down, you can see all the columns. If you want to rename this because it is looking quite odd, that is sheet 1. If you want to rename it, you have to click on the 3 dots over here. Okay. When you will click on the 3 dots, there is an option called rename. You can rename it, like you can write it as data or something. Okay. Whatever name you want to give to it. Okay. So that's it. This is actually the report view. There are 3 views in Power BI. One is report view, other is data view, and next is model view. Okay, whenever interviewer asks you a question that how many views are there, you always tell them 3 views: report view, data view, and model view. Okay, so in report view, you can actually make the dashboard and reports. And when you will go to data view, you can see the entire table over there. Okay. And when you will go to model view, you can see the table. If multiple tables are there and they are somehow connected with each other, then they can be connected and we can make a new table out of it. That I will tell you in the, second last session. Okay. Friday itself, I will tell you. So is it clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So right now I'm going to ask you a question that if you are having this particular data set, okay, and if you want to know that how many districts are there in a particular state, how will you do? What is the logic behind it? Students, those who have attended this class earlier, please don't tell that thing, okay? Let them think by their own. Any idea, guys?
Column profile, ma'am.
Column?
Column profile.
Column profile. I will tell you a very
In Power BI.
Okay, I will tell you a very easy way. See what you have to do. First of all, let us take a bar chart. Okay, horizontal bar chart I am taking. Or this bar chart is also okay. This one we will take. Okay. And here what I'm doing is I'm putting this state over x-axis. So here the state names will come. Okay. When I'm putting this state over y-axis, by default, count of state is coming because y-axis is always accepting the numerical values. So it is actually counting how many times that state appeared. Okay. The number of times Uttar Pradesh appears actually shows the number of districts in Uttar Pradesh, isn't it? It's correct or not?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, there is a repeated data.
We can also use count here function in.
Yeah, you can use
Hello?
measures, you can use functions. Many ways are there for the one same thing. Okay.
Ma'am, if the data is repeated, then
Data is repeated. You can use in
you
transform.
repeated, then how to know?
In transform tab, there is an option that remove duplicate rows. That will help you in that case. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So here you can see Uttar Pradesh is having this many districts. When you are moving your cursor over there, it is showing the default tooltip as Uttar Pradesh count of state 75. That means there are 75 districts in Uttar Pradesh. When you are moving your cursor over West Bengal, you can see it is having 23 districts. Okay. Now, if it is looking quite odd, like count of state by state, if it is looking odd, you can change the title name also. For that, you have to choose this particular visualization chart. You have to go to format, and there in general, title is there. You have to change the title. There you can write that number of district. Okay. Number of districts in, oh, okay. Number of districts in states and union territories. Like this, you can change the title. And if you are not satisfied with this y-axis title, you have to go to format. First of all, choose the visual, then go to format. And in y-axis, there is title available there too. Okay. There you can change the title as number of districts. Okay. Wait a second. Okay. Our meeting is having only 10 minutes left, so it will be ending soon. So number of districts and state. Now everything is okay, right? But we are not having the count of this districts in the on specific bar, right? So for that, what you have to do, go to format, and there in visual, there is an option called data labels. When you will put it on, you can see 75 is appearing over this bar, 55 over this bar, right? So it is actually showing you how many districts are there in a particular state. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So the same logic you can use for the data set that is given to you, right? I will tell you how. Wait a second. Order. Okay, here this is the data set. I will choose this enable editing. Okay, here state data is there, pin code is there. Pin code is not necessary, not that much important for us. Okay, and it is showing city. You can have to edit those cities which are looking somewhat odd. Okay, and account number is there, address is there. These things are not required, like address 1, address 2, these columns you can delete. Also pin code you can delete. Okay, only the required thing is account name, city and state. It will, through this data, you can actually find out who are the top consumer states and cities. My screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Which not who are, which particular state or city are top consumers, right? Okay, like here you have to clean this data set, like Vijayawada is a particular city, right? Not Mahatma Gandhi Road, those kind of things. So based on your general knowledge, you have to correct it. Okay. I will tell you how to replace those values. First of all, I will upload it. Okay. I think it's a Excel sheet itself. Okay. So the same logic you can use there too. Cleaning, I will tell you, use the same logic for it. Okay. So first of all, let us take toys itself because it is having lot of errors. So I will go to transform. Okay. In this particular sheet, there are 3 Excel sheets. You have to take all of them. Okay. I'm telling you with the help of toys dataset because it is having huge errors. Okay, so this is the particular thing. So here I don't want this address 1. It is not required. Address 2 is not necessary. Address 3 also we can remove. Now city pin code is not required. Okay, only this data is enough. If you want other data set, other columns also, and if you want to experiment something, you can go for that. But at least you include how many, which are the top consumer cities and states. Okay, how many times that state is appearing actually will tell you how many customers are there from that state. Similarly, how many times city is appearing will tell you how many customers are there from that city. Is it clear to all of you? The logic is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here the problem with this particular thing is Telangana is appearing some, actually when I will go through this drop down, you can see that many unwanted things are there like Abu Dhabi, Bahrain, those kind of things. When you will uncheck it, that particular record will be removed from the data set. Okay. So whichever is unnecessary things, you have to uncheck it like this. Okay. Like California, Florida, whatever unnecessary thing is coming, like Karnataka, it is in capital as well as small. Okay, you can change the case also. First of all, I will remove all the unwanted things. Khobar, Kingston, Kuwait, New Jersey, New York. Okay, here you should load more also because many things are there. I will tell you a glimpse of it because when I will go for load more, it will take a lot of time to clean the data. So you go through it.
There Qatar also.
Yeah, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Uganda, right? Now every states and union territories are there in India only. So it is okay. I'll click on OK. Right? It is filtered. Okay. It is filtered. It is saved there. Now, if I want to change the case, like in case of Karnataka, it is appearing 2 times. One is in capital and another is in small, right? Capital Karnataka, small Karnataka, same spelling itself. Okay. So in that case, go to this particular column header and there is transform option. In that transform option, you can use like capitalize each word. Okay. Done. Now when you will click on it, you can see Karnataka is appearing only once, right? So this is how you can do the cleaning. Okay. Now, see, the problem with this data set is here Telangana is appearing 2 times with 2 different spelling. Correct spelling is Telangana, correct? Not Tele. Tela is the correct one, right? Isn't it all of you? So what you should do is you have to replace this Telangana with this one. So I will tell you how to replace it. Right click over it and there is an option called replace value. Please mute your audio. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to change this Telangana as right. And I will click on OK. And then I will go for it. And when I will check, I can find only one Telangana because that one is replaced by this Telangana. Is it clear to all of you how to do the cleaning?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so our meeting is going to end. Only 2 minutes are left, right? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Similarly, in case of city also you can do, okay?
Ma'am, how to save this data file that we edit, that we filtered right now?
When you will choose this close and apply, that changes will be applied over here. Okay. One more data set will come over here. You can put multiple data sets in the same page. Okay, don't make different project. Who is this who not unmuting your audio? Abhishek Rathore.
Sorry.
Hello, ma'am. Can we make different dashboards on a single screen?
Yes, sure. That is the actual process. We have to incorporate lot of figures together in a single screen if possible. If it is not looking clumsy. Okay. Right. So that particular data set appeared over here. Now, when I will go to this data set and when I will choose this toys data, you can see in the states, okay, many unwanted things are there. You have to clean that too, because I have not loaded everything. Okay. But whatever we have cleaned, like Florida, we have, okay, Abu Dhabi is coming, right? Okay. Actually, I have not loaded everything. That's why the issue is there.